Good morning. It's Win the Day. I'm Tanika D'Souza, the 100K Challenge Chick, and we're talking about how we're going to get some of our time back. If you're anything like me and you wear multiple hats, right? And I'm not talking about like me balancing multiple jobs. I'm talking about being a mom, being a wife, being a business owner, and still doing ministry work. You can imagine that there is nothing really in my day that I can say, oh, just forget that. I can do that some other time. Like, you want me to leave my kids at the school bus? Like, I don't know. So we're tackling, how can I get my time back? Or just really how we should be looking at our time so that we can be the most productive possible. So that's the goal. That's the point of today. And I have two tips to share with you guys. So I would love to hear your tips. If there are some things that you've done and that are working for you, let this be a conversation. I'm going to share my two and we can talk about it. So the first, and this is the hard one, because as I'm trying to get on here to record this, right, to do this live, it's staying on task. I literally got a text message. Text is the thing that gets me every single time, right? I was sending a reminder to my group and my ministry class because we have presentations and stuff going on Thursday, which is 2 days from now, and I wanted to make sure they knew about it because some people weren't in our class last week. Okay, important, right? But it should have been important Thursday night, Friday morning. I forgot. So now it's like, I need to let them know. And that's how my day goes. Like, it's like always like, oh shoot, this didn't happen. This needs to happen. Let me turn this notifications off. That's one of my tips, dude. Turn the notifications off. Okay. Hopefully that helps. Yes. So the first point, as I am a demonstration of how we get distracted, right? The first point is stay on task. It's not simple. So I'm going to give you 3 things that I do to stay on task. One is I keep a list. So I use a lot of like index cards, things like this, where when something's going on, I just jot it down and put it to the side. So I can keep this. I also have notebooks. I also have a note thing in my phone. I use the one in my phone the most, only because I always have it, and I label it like the date, or if I know I'm going to the store and I keep getting distracted because I'm finding stuff that I need to buy when I get to that store. So I'll just put like Walmart or Target Run or whatever, grocery store, and then I'll just keep adding items to it. So that way I don't feel like I have to go do something big in order to stay on task with what I'm doing. I can be reminded of that item and just add it to the proper list. So I write things down. Now, if you're gonna like master this thing and master your distractions, I'm gonna say, is the ninja move in this is, don't just say, oh, I need to get back to my students in my class, or I need to get back to my client about something. Schedule a time to do it. That way, once you schedule that time, literally your brain is like, good, we'll get to this another time. Like, I'll distract you with this item at a later time. So it works wonders. 1, if you write it down, but 2, if you actually figure out when you're going to do it later, because then you can go back to completely focusing on what you're doing at the time. So that was my first point, is write your list of the distractions and schedule when you're doing it. Next, you can just give yourself a smaller time frame to get something done. So if you want to stay on track, just say, here is my short window to get this done. And Give yourself just that time frame, and then that's it. If you need more time, schedule more time, but do as much as you can in the small time frame, because mentally we can handle smaller blocks of time. When we know we're going to sit for 2 hours, it makes it that much easier to just jump on and do something else, because we know we've committed 2 hours. But if you know you only gave yourself 20 minutes or 30 minutes to get something done, you're likely to just stick to that 20 or 30 minutes, right? Okay, so we're talking about getting our time back. We already got 2 great points. The last is turn off your phone notifications, right? Because it happened to me even starting this recording. People are messaging me. A message just came in from my mom. Of course, I want to see what my mom is talking about, because of course, I don't do it every time, but if I see something from her, then I'm thinking, let me respond to her immediately. And I don't need to do that every single time. So turn your phone notifications off when you're trying to get things done, so that you're not constantly bombarded with the distraction and you can focus on what you're doing. So the first area was staying on task. And we have so many obstacles to doing that, but I want you guys to challenge yourself from the challenge chick to stay on task. So we're writing our list, we're scheduling when we're going to do it later, we're working in smaller time frames so that we know we can commit to it, and then we're turning off the notifications so that we're not constantly bombarded with something else to do. So that's the first point, even though I broke it down and gave you a few others. The last I'm going to say is going to take a little more effort and energy from you, only because this point is make sure you are paying attention to how you're spending your time, right? So don't just say, oh, I'm cleaning my room. Like, give yourself a specific task. Like, I'm putting away and hanging up all the laundry, I'm doing this thing. Because if you just go in your room like, oh, I'm tackling the room, well, does that mean cleaning your bathroom? Does that mean vacuuming the floors? Does that mean changing linen? Like, what specifically are you doing? And what is it that you actually need to do? Because if what was piling up is the laundry, but you prioritize doing something else, you're still not getting to the laundry. And then when it's time for you to get dressed, you're doing what I do sometimes: take the whole bucket, dump it on the bed, sort, find some stuff, and you wear that, right? Or I go to the closet, I don't like anything, and it's a whole crazy time just to get dressed, right? But the other side of this that I want to address is for all of you who are business owners, right? How are you spending your time on your business? That is so important, right? The reality is we need to make sure that we're spending our time doing the most productive activities with the majority of our time. So I teach that you should be focused, especially when your business is new, especially when it's just you or a very small team. You need to be focused on your income producing activities. And that means the activities that will actually bring you new clients, make people aware of you, and also help them say yes to your offers, to your whatever you're selling, right? Your services or your goods, your products. So your income producing activities. Instead, what we do is we get super excited about creating Canva carousel, like posts on Canva, or redesigning our offer, editing our workbooks, redesigning contracts. I mean, we do all kinds of stuff. And guess who knows about any of that stuff? Nobody, because we're not doing the work to bring people into our funnel, into awareness of our brand, into, like, not only do they need to know who you are, but they need to be excited to work with you. So what can you do to help that process? And that's when you need to spend the majority of your time. So if you're watching this live or in real time, we have a workshop coming up that is called Income producing activities. And I plan to make this something that is always available, because the number one question that I'm asked as a business coach is, what should I be doing? And as I try to break that down for each person, there's really some major categories that I'm answering from. And that's what I'm going to be teaching in this workshop. So if you struggle with time, I want you to focus on spending your time in the most productive ways possible. And that means 80. I did not stutter. 80% of your time needs to be spent doing income producing activities. And then if you want to update things, make something pretty, whatever else, you can do it. But if you've done the income producing activities, your business will be making money, you'll be filling your funnel, you'll be meeting people, and you will actually be in business. You won't be in hobby, you'll be making money. So that's what we're going to be talking about this weekend. If you're unclear about income producing activities, that is something you can look at, but overall, you need to be focused on bringing people into your business, meaning, are they aware of you? Are they excited to work with you? Are they engaging with you? And are you actually making offers to them? Are you giving them opportunities for them to do things with you that they pay for, right? Are you offering them your service? I have had clients who have, they're, I'm going to call it onboarding or awareness is so long that they've already introduced the fact that you need my service, but they don't offer it. And then the person is left understanding, oh yeah, that's great, I need this, but you didn't give it to them, so they go find it somewhere else. So also understanding, what should you be doing? What's the follow-up? How do you engage? How do you keep them in your loop? We're going to be discussing all that. So if you don't join us for the live workshop, I am promoting that and giving it to you guys at a super discount if you're coming with me live. Otherwise, you can get this. I will post it for replay because I think it's something that we all need. And I don't want you to be wasting your time. I want you to feel like you have mastered your time, so that when all those other things come up in your life, your mommy hat, being a great wife, being present in ministry, you understand what it takes to get the ball rolling in your business, right? It frees you up, literally, like mentally and with your time, just frees you to do those other things in your life. So that's what I want for you guys. I'm excited about this workshop. If you would like to join me, the link is in the bio. It's called Income Producing Activities. And after it is a live event, I will have it for a replay. So I look forward to seeing you guys this weekend. Thanks for joining me for Win the Day. And again, share your tips on how you maximize your time, how you have found ways to deal with distractions or spend your time in the most efficient way possible. I'd love to hear about it. Thanks for joining me, you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye.